Let's talk about the most common type of drinking water in the U.S., city water, and the concerns that arise when utilities attempt to balance economics and public health. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of city water contaminants, it's important to discuss the government regulations placed on utilities. While your municipal water utility removes many contaminants from your drinking water, not everything can be eliminated. In order to effectively protect your health, the EPA sets drinking water standards that govern the maximum concentrations of various chemicals in your water. Before establishing regulatory standards, the EPA reviews how a contaminant impacts health. Then, the EPA establishes a maximum contaminant level goal, or MCLG, which is the concentration of a contaminant in drinking water at which no known health effect would occur. MCLGs are health-based goals, not regulatory standards. Following the determination of the MCLG, the EPA establishes the maximum contaminant level, or MCL. Unlike MCLGs, an MCL is an enforceable regulation, which refers to the highest concentration of a contaminant permitted in drinking water. Sometimes the MCL for a contaminant is higher than the MCLG. That may happen for one of these reasons: difficulties in measuring low quantities of the contaminant, lack of available treatment technologies, and the cost of treatment deemed to outweigh the public health benefit. In short, when establishing MCLs, the EPA must strike a balance between health goals and economic feasibility. Disinfection byproducts. As we've already discussed, city water is treated in various ways before it hits your tap. One of the most important steps utilities take is disinfection, primarily by water chlorination. Many utilities source their drinking water from rivers, streams, and lakes, waterways which contain natural organic matter and are subject to waterborne pathogens. Without the use of water disinfectants, these pathogens would make their way to our taps and make the water unsafe to drink. While we usually don't have to worry about pathogens in city water, disinfecting with chlorine or chloramine can result in a cocktail of byproducts in drinking water. This happens when chlorine or chloramine react with organic matter in the water. Common disinfection byproducts include trihalomethanes, haloacetic acids, bromate, and chloroform. While some disinfection byproducts have almost no toxicity, research in laboratory animals finds that others have been associated with cancer, reproductive problems, and developmental issues. There are a variety of ways that disinfection byproducts can enter into the human body, including ingesting water with disinfection byproducts, inhaling disinfection byproducts, as they may be released into the air when using tap water or showering, particularly when water is at higher temperatures, and absorbing water with them through the skin while bathing. Heavy metals. Heavy metals can and often do find their way into your tap water. Many of these contaminants cannot be smelled, tasted, or seen. However, they can bioaccumulate, leading to detrimental health impacts, especially for the brain and nervous system. We could talk about several heavy metals, but let's narrow it down to two: lead and copper, which are often present due to aging pipes and infrastructure. Lead. In recent years, lead contamination has sprung to the forefront of national consciousness following the onset of the Flint, Michigan drinking water crisis. Lead is a bluish-silver, naturally occurring metal that is fairly soft, highly malleable, and very resistant to corrosion. It's toxic to humans, animals, and most other life forms. Lead can enter your tap water when household plumbing systems corrode, when utility service lines corrode, when natural deposits erode into your water source, or when industrial activity leaks lead into your water source. Even low levels of lead exposure can be dangerous. It accumulates in your body and has several toxic effects for your brain, liver, kidneys, and bones. Children and pregnant women are especially vulnerable to the damaging effects of lead poisoning. Lead exposure can lower a child's IQ, negatively impact behavior, and result in lifelong disabilities. Copper. Copper is a metal widely used in household plumbing. It seldom occurs naturally in the water supply, but it's one of the most commonly detected heavy metals in tap water. Corrosion of pipes, faucets, and other plumbing fixtures is the most common source of copper in American homes. Copper is an essential element for your health. However, too much of it, especially among young children, can cause vomiting, diarrhea, and stomach cramps. Exposure to high levels of copper has also been associated with liver and kidney disease and male reproductive issues. Though we only mentioned 2 heavy metals that could impact your city water, several other major metals can find their way into your tap water. We recommend reading the TapScore blog post on heavy metals to find out more. Thanks for watching. This video is part of a larger course on tap water quality. Visit the link in the description to learn more. Follow us on social media to stay up to date on all things water. To test your own drinking water, visit mytapscore.com and browse our wide range of test kits.